In this video, we are looking into the Fiio FT1 Pro. This one is the successor to the FT1, at least in their naming. The bigger problem here is that FT1 was a dynamic driver based headphone, while the FT1 Pro is a planar based headphone. Both should not be in the same family, but yeah, they are. Fio could have named it something else because this one doesn't have the wooden back. This one doesn't have the same kind of drivers. This one doesn't follow the tuning signature of the FT1 either. So the naming is slightly confusing here. Is this really a follow-up to the FT1? Now, in my experience, I will say yes, this is a pro. That's all right. It's a pro. This one is uh, a lot more resolving and detailed than the FT1, but these two are totally different when it comes to their tuning. That is where the problem comes. There are people that like the FT1 a lot, but they were unable to like the FT1 Pro. There were a few guys who told me that they were not impressed by the way the FT1 Pro sounded. And I can understand why they will not appreciate the FT1 Pro over the FT1. Now, the biggest difference is obviously with the tuning. That one was a closed back headphone, dynamic driver based headphone, while this one is a planar open back headphone, and this one is slightly V shaped, while the FT1 Pro was a bit more mid forward, slightly mid forward. Both are nicely balanced, but they are in the either side of the spectrum. That is what separating these two headphones. That one, FT1, was slightly smoother, slightly fuller, warmer, thicker, and cohesive, more cohesive. While the FT1 Pro is slightly dry, a bit more thin sounding, slightly aggressive, and more transparent than the FT1. This one does not have the bass rumble or body of the FT1. Closed back, obviously, closed back can retain a bit more bass body, while the open back is not retaining that much decay or that much weight behind the notes. But this one too has good amount of punch, good amount of weight behind the notes, and it sounds good, very good to be precise. Not like it is lacking with bass or anything like that, but it is not the most bass friendly headphone for sure. Layered delivery is not a problem, decay is very good, dynamics have improved, and the sub bass of the FT1 is better than the FT1 Pro, but the mid bass is not exactly voluminous. So that is where the FT1 Pro is not being able to connect with the FT1 admirers. If we move on to the mid range, as I said, this one is slightly V shaped. This one doesn't have the warmth and uh, organic tonality and timbre of the FT1. This one is cohesive enough. Okay, it's not like it is lacking with cohesion. It has that decay cohesion. Okay, that smoother decay is there, and it gives the notes a bit more feeling, emotion to them. But the finishing region of FT1 Pro is a bit on the sharper, slightly drier, slightly thinner side. Finishing is a bit on the sharper side. So those who like the FT1 will not admire the FT1 Pro. It can feel slightly uncomfortable to them. So that is where the FT1 Pro is differing. And with the treble too, treble of the FT1 was considerably smoother, a lot more comfortable than the FT1. FT1 is taller, has taller notes and uh, bigger staging, better, slightly thinner feeling too. So it's the tuning that is different with the FT1, and saying that this one is a successor to the FT1 is not exactly the right thing to do. Yet, this headphone has more resolution, more definition, more clarity, and can be a pro model. Okay, they do not share the tuning principle, but this one is definitely a pro model with better technical abilities, better dynamics, better transparency, and better clarity. Now, I have set the uh, two headphones apart. I told you the breakdown of the sound uh, and their signature. Let's talk about the staging. Staging of the FT1 was not great enough. It was kind of all over the place. While this one is taller, reasonably wider, it is not the widest for sure. It still is good, no issues with the staging, but I kind of felt that this one could have been a bit more wider. Height is good, but width could have been better. If we talk about drivability, FT1 was not difficult to drive, and FT1 Pro is very comfortable to drive, and I was able to drive it out of this small dongle Fiio FT1 was uh, easily able to drive the FT1 Pro without much issues. So you can use variety of sources with the FT1 Pro. If we look at the build quality, it has exactly same build as the FT1. So nothing fancy. This one doesn't fold, doesn't have anything, but the pads are very comfortable. Headband is very comfortable too. You guys can see the headband is good with the resistance too. So this is a well built headphone, open back. But is it a successor to the FT1? In my opinion, it isn't. This one is a different line of headphone, planar headphone from Fiio, entry level planar headphone FT1 Pro. So this is it. This is my review of the Fiio FT1 Pro. I'll compare it with Sivga and so. So this is it, guys. Thank you for watching. Have a nice day. Enjoy.